Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to go for a big one. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. So now it's second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early this season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. And some room to work. Got the first down. Looking for more. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Goes to the option. In a world of trouble from the start and a massive loss on that play. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Berry. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fights off a defender. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. It's Mack. Makes the catch. It's Durham. Turning it on.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Finds his man. It's Green. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
The sure hands. It's Watkins. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Off the play fake. Going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but one final play before the end of the quarter. Moore to the air. It's complete on the right side. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, he's got some space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Berry. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry.
Looking for a deep man. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him. And to get rid of it quickly. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there because it's third and short. You're in field goal range. Can't take a sack and knock yourself out of that field goal range, and you certainly don't want to force the football into traffic, risking an interception. Throw it away. Now you can kick the field goal if you want to.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He turns it loose to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. Finds some room. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days. But how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he can advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job of...
Throws toward the end zone. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 7 over Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to change this route. More to the air. Working that left side now. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Moore will throw. Lets it fly. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. From the gun. Going for 6. Touchdown Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone. Touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Berry. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Berry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Van Buren. Bringing the heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Wow, that's a really nice catch, especially considering it comes from a running back. Quarterback's got to do a better job being more accurate with that. You got to know he's not a receiver, right? It's not as natural for him. They don't make awkward body catches as gracefully as some of these other guys, and sometimes harder for them to stay on his feet. Let him work. Get him the ball in the chest. Nice job bailing out his QB, but the QB's got to return the favor.
From the gun, running back on the move. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his back in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Really needed to cut into that deficit, but guys, it remains at 3 scores. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Off-play action on first down. Looking to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To the air, it's Mack. Makes the grab, it's Watkins. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. He's going to fire deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the...
There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Oregon. And the route is on. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Casper. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Moore to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You know, I wonder if the offensive coordinator is wishing he would have tried running the football a couple plays ago, because the windows are so small to throw into down here. You've had an incompletion. You've now given up a sack. It's going to make this third down really tricky.
Rush is on him. Snagged out of the air. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead. It's still a 17-point cushion. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Got it in the middle. It's Green. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Caught over the middle. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent. He wants to go deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Moore will throw. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Touchdown Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Berry. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Got a man. It's Durham. A huge play the 37.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does a linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Complete to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th.
Unleashes one deep. No, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Moore to the air. Unloads it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Going deep. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable... After 3 quarters of play, let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. Quarterback gets past the marker. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He tried to buy some time, and the defense was not having it.
And defense is about being great in the great situations, on the 3rd downs, goal line situations like this, when you need to get a few stops, putting a few stops together, even though you gave up a long drive to get down here.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
How about the defense bowing up, making 2 big plays back-to-back, 2nd and goal, sack. 3rd and goal, sack. Nice job by the defense, not giving up. They gave up some yards, but they didn't break in the end.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. Corners are going to bail. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Gonna take a shot. He's got another 25. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for him. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
That's caught. It's Casper. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Moore will throw. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Berry. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Caught behind the line. It's Durham.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown LSU.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
To throw, it's Wegman. Throws to the tight end. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do so. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown LSU! And here they come almost all the way back. If this dude were... Oh, they block it. He's got it, and he can go with it. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And the Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quarterback running on the draw. Ball down. Liddell moves the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long. But in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the 1st down.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. On the move. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Berry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. Here's the pressure. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. 1-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season.